Hello there. My name is Monica Norcross and I'm so excited that you're with me today, and we're going to be working on a tutorial video for fascia release. So we're going to start with the tools that you would use to do this. You're going to need a white foam roller. Of course, the links for these tools are in the description of this video. This is a beginner fascia release roller because it has a little give to it, which you want in the beginning. It's a little bit less intense experience. And we're going to be talking about the cork ball today. Now, if you have extra large feet, you might want a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. If you have extra small feet, you might want a dog toy, one of those really tiny little tennis balls for dogs. But these two seem to be really well received by people of most sizes. So we're going to start with this. Now, I'm going to start by telling you about the technique that we're going to use in using these tools. We have three parts to the technique. The first one is you need focused, sustained pressure. So that means you will not be rolling. We're not rolling on any of these. We are putting them in different parts of the body to create pressure, and we're staying there. So it's got to be focused and it's got to be sustained pressure, okay? The second part of the technique is nasal deep breathing. Breathing in and out through your nose, not using your mouth, using your nose. Now, I've developed a signature breathing technique for this called the Neshama signature breathing technique, which you should have access to. And if you don't, please reach out and we'll make sure that you have it. That is a perfect breath to use during this process. So there's focused, sustained pressure, nasal deep breathing. And the third part of this technique is 3 to 5 minutes. You need to make sure to stay in each position for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a few examples of where you might use these, and I'm going to start with the ball and put it in the favorite place that I like to use it, and that is in the feet. So you put the ball on the ground, you put your foot right on top of it, and you would just lean into the pressure. Now, it's important to find a spot on the foot that's uncomfortable. In all of this, you're looking for the discomfort, not sharp pain, not deep pain. You have to be able to breathe through your nose, in and out, nice and deep through it. So if you have sharp pain or you have a pain where you can't breathe, you need to stop. That won't help. That would hurt. That could hurt. We don't want that. We want pressure in a spot that's uncomfortable, but not deep pain. So that's where you want to be. So you may have to roll just a little bit to find that spot. When you find it, that's when you lean into it, and that's when you begin your deep breathing. Again, 3 to 5 minutes in one spot. And you can do this all over the ball of your foot. You can do this on the inside of your ankle. You can do this on the outside of your ankle. You can do this all over the foot. Another great place for the ball is here on your chest and your sternum. This is a great place to use the ball. You can use the ball on the outside of your arm, pulling it in with the other hand. You can use the ball up in the small spaces of your neck. Be careful not, of course, to use it in the very front. And you can use the ball on the really tough trapezius muscle right there and lay down on it on the ground. Incredibly effective. Also, if you can't lay on the ground, you can lay on your bed, you can lay on your couch. That's totally fine. The ball is also really good for the hands, depending on the size of your hands, but it's also just good for the little small places in the body that the roller is too big to take the pressure for. And of course, the other tool is the roller. Again, this is the beginner's roller. It's perfect because it has a little give to it. It's not as firm as a cork roller, but this is a really great tool to use in the bigger, larger areas of the body where the ball would be too intense. For example, this is really great to use on your back, on your legs, on your arms, on your shoulders. So we're going to start with a low back. I'm just going to show you here a really good place to start. Most people have low back pain or struggle with it at some point. You would sit, put the roller at the base here, and just roll right over on top of it. Now again, if you can't get on the floor, you're welcome to use your couch or your bed. Just understand that it might be a little less intense, and maybe that's a good thing to begin. So you would do this, again, the deep nasal breathing, 3 to 5 minutes. You could also do this on your legs. For example, your calves. You could put it on top of a calf, cross your other leg on top of that, sit up nice and straight so you have the capacity to breathe through your nose and begin that deep breathing. You can use this, roll it up an inch and do that again, roll it up an inch and do that again, both sides. You can also use it on the inside here between the calves. That's a really difficult, tight spot sometimes, you can go all the way up the leg until the pressure doesn't work anymore, and that's when you would go to the larger tool. The goal here is sustained, focused pressure. The Neshamus signature breathing technique for fascia release, nasal breathing in and out through your nose for 3 to 5 minutes in all the different areas of the body that you can create pressure. Now, a quick note about why this works. Why does this work? Because fascia is the connective tissue in the body. It weaves in and around every one of the trillions of cells that we have. And when it's healthy, it's smooth and pliable. But when it becomes unhealthy, due to improper posture, surgeries, injuries, repeated aggressive movement over time, say sports, when that happens, that smooth, pliable fascia becomes tangled and adhered to the bone at 2,000 pounds per square inch, and it becomes stiff and stuck and dry and dehydrated and painful. And so what we're doing is we are creating pressure in that spot. The pressure, and then the breathing brings in the oxygen. The oxygen gets into the bloodstream, and the bloodstream, the pressure tells the blood where to go. So the blood then goes to that spot, creates heat, and allows those adhesions to release. And that creates that freedom of movement, the replenishing and renewal of the cells, and that's when the pain begins to go away. So, if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like more, for example, we have programs where I actually guide you through this in real time. We'd love to have you look into those. Please reach out and ask for more information. And other than that, thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope to see you soon at the Still Connection.